What's goody with the boogie when stoogie? J Boogie. Get looky. Stay lucky. We got another book. I'm gonna read it. Let's upgrade the brain. Let's get busy. The Ultimate Sales Machine by Chet Holmes. Check this out. I'll write a little bit of it. Did I learn anything from it? A little bit. Did it stick to my head yet? Nah, I forgot about it. But, yeah, it happens. Alright, I think this is the first, page. Let's see. Alright. Oh, wait, I don't. Wait. Okay. When Chet Holmes called to tell me he was coming out with a book in, wait, actually, is that even the start? Oh. This would be the start. Let's do this again. A note to the reader. I've heard Chet Holmes speak on many occasions, and I've had the privilege of working with him on many others. He is so accomplished and wise in a broad array of topics that I began to encourage him to write a book. It took a lot of pig-headed discipline, discipline and determination on my part to finally get him to do it. Now that I've read The Ultimate Sales Machine, I'm even more proud of my accomplishment in getting Chet to finally put it all into writing all along. I thought that he would select one of his many areas of expertise as the topic for the book. I had no idea that he would include all the areas in one masterful book. I knew that Chet was a brilliant speaker, and I knew that he was a talented scriptwriter, but I never dreamed that he was a good writer, and he demonstrates in this book, or that he could bring to business nonfiction the same level of drop-dead ability that he brings to general audience movie scripts. As the author of 56 books myself, it has always been my hope that motivated and success-bound business people would read a lot of books. But after reading this book, I realized that in truth, it's all a business person needs to read. Every important aspect of business is covered by Chet in these pages, and they're covered with information that many of you have ever heard before. You'll never be able to accuse Chet of being shallow. There are profound insights in this book, crucial details, and personal experience that separate it from every other book on the shelves of your library or bookstore. Although Chet is a karate master, he pulls no punches. These pages, learning from him is like learning from a world-class teacher, which comes as no surprise because Chet is truly a world-class teacher. This book will be a classic for... All right, let's continue, guys. Think I lost a page. Wait, no, it's right. It's, yeah. Never mind. I didn't lose a page. As long as a business seek to improve their uh, per, proof book, prof book will be a classic for as long as businesses. Oh wait, no, hold on. I mean, it's their sales and their futures. Thank you, Chat, for proving that my pig-headed discipline and determination were richly rewarded. Let's get right, guys. Listen to me read. All right. When Chet Holmes called to tell me he was coming out with a book and would I take a look at it, I thought to myself, oh, Chet, not another book on sales. Don't misunderstand me. Chet is a barn burner. When it comes to sales, Chet is a master at what he does. Chet knows stuff about the selling cycle, the selling system, the positioning of products, services, and companies, and the people who build them. And sell them, that very few of us in business and the business of businesses and never learned. But still, my heart hung heavy and my shoulders too when Chad asked to when Chad called to ask me if I would simply take a look. Let me slow down. Take a look at a few chapters of this new book and perhaps say something nice about what I saw. But given that Chet is a friend and a master too, I gritted my teeth and said simply that I would, knowing in my heart that no matter how much of a master of sales Chet is, there are very, very few folks who can turn that skill into a book that people read and then read again, because the words and the way they are arranged capture the imagination as all great stories do. I was afraid that when I began to read this book, I would have to tell him the truth. Books are hard to do. Chet, what the heck you did? A good job. And there are so many other things you're good at. You'll never even remember this after a few years go by and the pain of harsh critics goes away. Thank you. Alright, like I was saying, and you discovered a brand new day. That's what I thought I would have to say, Chat, once I take a look at what he sent my way. But Chat, I have to say, you are now a master of books too. And that's what I find myself saying to you. Dear reader, that Chet Holmes is not only a master of the subject within the covers of this book, but of something much more profound, something much deeper than the subject of sales seems. Chet knows how the world of words work. He knows how stories are told. He knows why the world needs great storytellers and why companies who are deprived of great storytellers, companies that can't hope to capture the imagination of their customers, their employees, or the people who invest in them, each of whom are suckers for a great story, who love to hear the once upon a time we were all put to bed with at night all those many years ago. Chet teaches you between the covers of the book how to tell stories. And he does that. In the best way of all, he tells you a story and then another, and then yet another, and then still another until you feel like he has got to run out. Oh, okay, okay, make sure run out, and then he tells you another story better than the other ones before. And each story works to make the ultimate sales machine, a book that puts it all together to help you dramatically increase your sales if you are wise enough to follow its advice. So Chet, what can I say? You are a master, and this book is about mastery, and you kick this sucker in the head. Yes, when you read a really neat book, there are very few words left to be said other than great job, Chet. Thanks for the opportunity to tell it like it is. All right. So this is the preface. Here's a snapshot of the current climate for business. A corporation fails every 3 minutes. A dictatorship changes every 32 seconds. A company changes control every 15 minutes. 96% of all companies fail within 10 years. 26,000 new products and brands are introduced every year. 16% to 30% of consumers change brand loyalty in one evening of watching commercials. 74% of consumers buy outside their favorite brands. 29% of consumers do not read a newspaper. In the past 15 years of working with thousands of entrepreneurial companies and more than 60 of the Fortune 500, I've seen the average cost of getting in front of a client virtually triple. If it costs you $100 to get in front of a client 15 years ago, today it's costing you $300. The rates have increased for every major advertising medium, including television, radio, and newspaper, while the penetration of every one of those vehicles have decreased with more TV, radio choices than ever. The large audience you used to be able to reach in one place is now scattered among hundreds of media channels to, new technologies like satellite, radio, and TiVo have made it possible for consumers to avoid commercials completely. All this means that it's getting harder and harder to reach the consumer, and the market that you're in has become fiercely and ferociously competitive. Does anyone think that it's going to get easier? When I teach seminars in front of thousands of business owners, I begin by saying that I can absolutely help each one of them transform their business into the ultimate sales machine. You can even expect this to be fast. I've doubled the sales of many companies in 12 months flat. I will go on to say, you're going to understand all the principles I share with you here today, as there's nothing but logical information here. You're going to agree with them. You're going to know that I am right and that these principles will work in your business, and then you will still not do them. That always gets a laugh. I continue. I call this the reverse psychology portion of my lecture, where I'm going to I'm goading you into applying a powerful force for creating success from what you're going to learn here today. And that force, my friends, is pig-headed discipline and determination. As a speaker who has been out there speaking for 15 years now, I've had the pleasure of many business owners and Lord have mercy, executives coming up to me and saying, Chet, your stuff has really helped me. But I gotta tell you that the most important lesson I learned from you was that you said about pig-headed discipline and determination. If you apply the learning curve in this book to your business with pig-headed discipline and determination, you too will come up to me at a seminar one day and thank me for the fact your business now slaughters your competitors at every turn, runs without you, and is highly profitable. In short, you will have mastered your business so that it runs like a finely tuned sales-making machine. How do you become a master of anything? How do you help others become masters? The key lesson I've learned again and again ever since I was a kid studying karate is that mastery is not about being special or more gifted than anyone else. Mastery is a direct result of pig-headed discipline and determination. The promise of this book is that you will learn how to create mastery in your own business, resulting in the finest, most profitable, and best run business you can have. You will get the tools to become a master of 3 crucial areas: marketing, management, and sales. Mastery in each of these areas is necessary to make your business run like a machine. Thank you for watching. Bomba Galata.
But it's the end, guys. It's a waste of the experience.
It always be better at the time. Peace out.